like, I feel good, but like, too good almost. Like, I'm feeling good, right? She's feeling good, right? We feeling good, right? It's gonna be a good night. You can find me rolling through the city.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another My Wrestling Figures episode. I think I'm going to try to do these videos every Sunday if I can. I didn't do one yesterday because I was uploading a Trace Parks Gaming video that you can go check out on the channel. Today I'm going to showcase 10 more wrestlers that I have because I've already showcased like 20 of them now. There's 10 more, so I'll make it 30. And I honestly don't know how much I have, but it probably will be a lot of episodes where I show you all of them. As you can tell, I just woke up, and right now it is 10:41, March 5th, and it's Chris's birthday. My friend Chris's birthday. I don't think you've seen him on this channel, but he's on Whether News Happens or Not, so happy birthday to him. And as I'm doing this video, I don't have my wrestling figures laid out yet for it, so I'm just gonna pick 10 of them after this video, and I'm gonna do it. The last video got a good amount of views for what I wanted to see, and I thought a lot of people liked them, so I decided why not make another one. And yeah, so here we go. First up, we have Kevin Thorn. Kevin Thorn, if I give you a closer look, he looks like a vampire, and that is because his character was a vampire. He used to be the guy who plays Kevin Thorn. He used to be called Mordecai, and he was like some like blonde-headed, all white wearing dude, and he was kind of weird looking. And Kevin Thorn is just like a vampire. It's completely different from Mordecai. Mordecai was like, I don't even know what he was. He was just a dude that wore white and had his hair blonde, and he was really weird. And yeah, this is Kevin Thorn. Next up, some more well-known wrestler that a lot of people know who he is, Mark Henry. This is a very old Mark Henry. Honestly, this thing had, I think it had the white and black over thing like on him, and I took that off and I left the black trunks here. This is like the 2006 version of Kurt Angle, or not Kurt Angle. Why did I say Kurt Angle? I messed that up. 2006 version of Mark Henry when he was facing Kurt Angle. That's what I meant to say. And at the Royal Rumble, when he came back as this guy. And he's been pretty well known since then. So that, yeah, there's the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Next up, some people might not know who this is, but this was the manager of Umaga, Armando Estrada. And he was, I guess, well known back then. He was just the manager of Umaga. He eventually became the general manager of ECW, and he had a very annoying voice. I won't even show you, but it was very annoying. Just look it up, because I mean, he couldn't wrestle either. I mean, I guess he could wrestle, but they made him like a wrestling career after he managed Umaga, and he died because after ECW started back up really after he died, and so they made him the general manager, and they made him like fight and stuff. So that's Armando Estrada. Okay, so I'm gonna showcase two at the same time now. There's the reason why is because they're both in the same group. This is the Spirit Squad. These are two of the Spirit Squad. I have the other three of the Spirit Squad in my boxes behind me. But this one is Johnny. As you can tell, Johnny is on his back. They were male cheerleaders, and I felt honestly really bad for them because they probably did not want to wrestle as male cheerleaders. And they had a really weird feud with DX. with the X and stuff, so it kind of was really odd. But this is Mitch. There it is on the back of his, Mitch. I don't know where I got all 5 of them, but I got all 5 of them surprisingly. And yeah, the Spirit Squad, I never really liked them as much because they were just a weird bunch of people. I have Nikki, I'll probably show Nikki, Mikey, and Kenny in the same video, or I'll just show 2 of them in the same video, and then Kenny in the one. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but that is Johnny and Mitch, 2 parts, or half of the Spirit Squad. Okay, so now it's time. I always do it in the videos. In every video I do, or the 2 videos I've done, I've showcased custom figures. The first one was One Eyed Willie, second one was Mystico, and this one is John the Tiger Hogan. I got this one from I think it was like somewhere in Blue Ridge or something, and of Georgia, and I just had it and I was like, okay, this is cool. It came with 2 other wrestlers. I'll probably show the other wrestler later. But he gets the nickname the Tiger because of the tiger on his chest and the tiger on his trunks. This one surprisingly hasn't broken yet, but this one and the other one have not broken. But there's a couple other ones that I have like this that are still intact. So there is John the Tiger Hogan. Alright, now we're back to actual wrestlers, because the John Hogan one wasn't an actual wrestler. This is Chavo Guerrero, the 2000, I think, what number is this down here? It says 2003, but I bet it was like the 2006 version of Chavo Guerrero. I have a lot of 2006-7 versions of wrestlers because that's like all they had at the time when I was like 6 or 7 back in the day. Chavo, well, I don't really know much to say about Chavo. He's wrestled in so many companies that I can't even count. Well, ever since he left WWE, he went to like TNA, and then he went to Lucha Underground, and then went back to TNA, and then I don't think he wrestled at TNA again. I think he just went for that one time, and I think he wrestles still for Lucha Underground still, but I don't really know. There's Chavo Guerrero. Next up, we have ECW's Sabu. This is his attire for when he was wrestling in 2006, 2007. I think he wore this attire for the Royal Rumble. I could be wrong, but that's what I can remember. But yeah, this is Sabu, and this is also his attire in SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. He wears this exact same attire in it. So apparently he's known for wearing gold-looking shorts, and he's got scars on his stomach, which makes sense because he's the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal Sabu. But there, drop them. I hate it when it happens. And there's Sabu. Next up, we have Davari. He's a flexible kind of person, like the version of wrestlers. He's the flexible kind of version of them. He used to be called Khosrow Davari, which I never understood what that meant, but I guess it didn't really mean anything. Yeah, it was like back in 2005 when he was called Khosrow Davari, and then he started managing the Great Khali, and he resorted to Davari, and now I think like one of his like family is wrestling in the WWE now. Area Davari, I think is his name. I thought they were going to bring Davari back. That's why they had Area Davari, but I thought they were bringing Davari back with him, but they're not, so I was wrong. Yeah, there is Davari. Next up is probably another one of my favorite ones. If the Brian Kendrick wasn't broken, because the Brian Kendrick that I have is broken, it would be a good like tag team, but I don't have the flexible version of Brian Kendrick, but I have the flexible version of Paul London. Paul London about dropped him. When we used to play with him as a kid, he would like used to do all these crazy crap when he used to like just jump him on people, and he would just like flip and do all this stuff, and it would make it look like he actually was doing it. Yeah, I think this one was back in like 07, because 07 was when they started teaming up. 06 was when he wore trunks, and that was not a good day. I don't think it was, but that's Paul London, and that's the end of episode 3. I think it's episode 3. Yeah, the end of episode 3 of my wrestling figures. If you want to see more, like this video and subscribe to the channel, and comment to which wrestlers you do like, because it kind of helps me see who likes which ones. I will be putting the names of the wrestlers that I showcased today in the description in case you don't remember them. They'll be in order, so it'll be alright. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next wrestling figures video. Bye bye.